Hello. This is Ben, your King Ginger. I'm not going to waste a lot of time tonight. We got stuff to get down to business with. So everyone, please go around the table, introduce thyselves, and let me know what your favorite dice is.
All right. Well, I'm Nate, your D&D ringer. I am playing Twig Swiftstrike, Otterkin Rogue. Last time I almost died. I currently have 2 hit points. So my favorite die is going to be the one that heals me once we start playing.
It's a good call. I am Shannon Townsend, aka Smarky Batch, and I play Charity Montmarte, who is I always want to say 10, but she's 11 years old now.
I'm this many.
I'm this many. She is an artificer who's starting to specialize in alchemy, and my favorite dice is like this set because my friend custom painted this little dice box for me. And it's Rapunzel themed, and so are the dice, and I love them. They make me happy.
I am Cassandra. I am playing Amulet Stickyfingers, who is a Kender changeling barbarian. As I can say it now, it's cat's out of the bag. And I don't know what you mean by special, like favorite kind of dice, because I got like favorite colors.
Yeah, it could just be what your favorite dice is. Like what kind.
I like rolling this dice and the D20 because then I get 20s.
Fair.
I'm Warrior. I play Akko. He is a noble Echo Knight fighter. He's 12. He's the oldest. And
tallest.
And tallest by a lot. Yeah. I think although they always do me dirty, I like some percentages. I like those percentage dice.
Excellent.
Always fun. There's so many possibilities, and
True.
I roll like under 30 of them usually, but there's a lot. I understand.
All right. So, who wants to give the brief recap of where we ended last time?
I mean, I stole a bunch of stuff.
You did steal a lot of stuff.
Warrior missed all the fun.
It'd be great if you knew what it did.
Well, Akko had his own fun, but I mean,
I put some kids in stasis. I had a great time. Learned how to draw runes.
Talk to an old man. Reminded me of like when I used to volunteer at the St. Benedict Center in St. Cloud, like an old folks home. You go just like hang out with them.
It's having a good old time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Twig, what were you doing?
I was unlocking a box and almost got murdered by a Skaven.
It's true.
The ghost Skaven, or was it a real Skaven? That's my question.
I mean, I had a Skaven tail, so it felt real to me.
That's true.
Still real to me, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And I also got some fancy lockpicks.
Charity, lay it on us.
Charity was just like trying to get that side hustle going. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Just got to make that money. Like, got to find a way to get home. Assumes money is going to be a part of that. So she's starting to use her alchemy skills to maybe like take a little bit of commission here and there when she can. Just like making friends, connections, networking like you do.
I'll start your bath bomb Etsy shop.
Oh my God. She would totally have
by
an Etsy
bath
shop.
bomb, she means bombs that blow up in the water.
Yes. With glitter.
With glitter.
And they are lavender scented.
Check the order form. That's what you asked.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to need to sign this waiver.
Yeah. Akko, what were you doing?
Akko was hanging out with John, who's like fiery, but also like Jonah Hex. And he
far more Jim Rossi than I meant for it to be.
He put the children that we had rescued were in a bad way, chronological, planar, energy wise. They were kind of like rapid onset Benjamin buttoning, and so we put them in stasis. Akko successfully drew a bunch of magical runes, which of course he did. That's naturally. And toward the end, you learned a little bit more about Brylan, who showed up and was like, hey, have you been back to the house? And then John said something ominous about a trap. And that's where we ended the episode.
So
Also, I really wanted to go spar with Felix and Loki, but
I forgot. Sparring.
maybe when you're older.
Sparring.
So at that point, after John says, that seems an awful lot like a trap. At that point, Felix and Brylan both look at each other, and you don't hear it as much as you feel it. An explosion in the distance.
That wasn't me.
And they both run for the door. And they book it out the front door of Arnson Street. What are you doing?
I'm going after him.
Samesies.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
like first up. Well, I probably like yell at everybody because they're in the other room still, right?
No, they were coming in.
Okay.
Was that your Echo Knight?
That was my Echo. It's a bit he started doing. It's kind of annoying.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. So who all is fleet feeding it out of there?
I guess I'll go.
Really doesn't want you to do that.
So those three book it down. Twig, before you can leave, right as you get ready to run out the door, Skitch gets out before you, first of all. Also carrying some things that you're pretty sure don't belong to him.
Checks out.
Gonna steal them from later.
Seems normal. As you start to move, you feel Jarrus's hand grab you by the jerkin.
Okay.
And straightens you kind of up. And he says, well, I feel like I've been a mite bit unfair to you. Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in some pain.
And he puts a bag in your hands. And he says, you can tell, make me an insight check.
That's a natural 20.
You can definitely tell that this is not good. He's not good at this. Yeah, first roll of the night.
Good start.
Bringing the heat. I expect you'll be coming back. Just don't use it all at one time. He kind of grumbles. And Loki is putting on their armor, and they walk in, and they say, did you just apologize to someone? John, did you just, was that an apology? And you glance over, and John is asleep. And they mumble, crazy old man. And at that point, you get a kick in the butt from Jarrus, and he says, go on. Don't go dying.
All right. As I run out the door, I'm going to look in the bag.
Look in the bag. You see 5 potions. You also see I believe it's called a diadem. Goes around your forehead. I believe it's a diadem.
Yeah. Are the potions labeled?
They're not. But they all look like they're the same.
Okay. What color are they?
I want to do a potion check. They are all a very light red.
Okay. Just making notes.
And the diadem looks kind of dirty, but when you touch it, the kind of grease comes right off of it, and it kind of vibrates in your hands. I believe a diadem goes on your head. Now I really need to know. It's gonna bug me.
It's generally the front of your head or like the crown of your head kind of situation.
Yeah.
Think Ravenclaw diadem from Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Except for it doesn't look like the Ravenclaw diadem.
I figured.
Yeah. It goes, Nate, it's got a gem in the center, and it goes up 2 little wings.
Okay. Can I put that on and run at the same time?
You can.
Excellent. I will do that.
So
It's gonna look so pretty on you.
you are moving a lot faster.
Oh, excellent.
I really wanted it to turn you into like a magical girl. That's all I wanted in life. Oh, so cute.
I once played a character who had a belt of gender swap, and it was pretty awesome.
Yes.
We've also had another character put on armor that gave him female parts because it was a female-based armor.
And then got married. It was pretty great. Because he couldn't get the armor off. All right, so you're out in the street. You look up. I want you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Not as good. That's a 12.
You get to roll an advantage on your dex saves.
Sweet.
12.
On all your dex-based checks,
Oh,
your movement speed is plus 20, and you have a plus 2 to your dex while wearing
excellent.
this item. I just need to know if you all got over a 10.
I got 18.
I mean, is it something I can, if is it something I can see? Can I use my danger sense on it?
Yes, you can. You
Okay.
you would.
Okay, that was better. That's an 18.
Okay. Charity, you said over 10.
Yes, I got a 12.
Akko, you were under 10.
6.
You take 12 points of damage.
Ow!
You look up, and a building above you has blown up and is falling on top of you. You missed the vast majority of the damage. You roll into 5, it would have been a lot worse. And you're able to scatter more into the street. Make me a perception check, please.
5.
Everybody, please make your perception.
Oh,
Not just
17.
Akko.
Oh,
I just had a building fall
5.
on me.
Yeah.
I thought you were just talking to him.
I'm perceiving falling rocks. Thank you.
You were talking to him. Sorry.
It's
19.
mostly all of the blood that's flowing into my eyes.
It
14.
burns. 14. Amulet, what'd you say again?
19.
19. Twig was 17. Okay. You were looking around, and then you see in the distance a couple different plumes of smoke, both above you, trailing down, and like in the area where you can see in the general vicinity, as well as down Lonely Street. You see a pretty thick one, and the archway is no longer covered with the vines. Again, Felix and Brylan are kind of standing there stunned when another explosion goes off on Lonely Street, and they're probably a good 30 feet in front of you, and they were stopped as you were stopped, and now they're sprinting down the street. I want you all to make me wisdom saving throws at advantage.
11.
17.
17.
9.
Amulet and Twig, your next 4 rolls will be at disadvantage. You are shell shocked. You've never seen anything like this.
That's the truth.
Akko, you haven't seen this directly, but you've hunted in chaotic situations, and the part of your brain that can fixate and focus just clicks on. Charity, same thing with you. You've seen some nasty stuff for a now 11-year-old. And you're kind of like, oh, this is real bad, but I know if I lose my head, then I will lose my head probably.
Head loss is bad.
Skitch seems fine and immediately is going for one of the people that got crushed by a rock, is rifling through the pockets.
All sorts of things fall out of buildings and people, and let's get pick them up.
I cannot let this opportunity go to waste.
He's literally Thenardier from Les Mis, and I hate it.
I've lived a hard life trying to get paid. So they're running. They go through the gate. What are you doing?
Following.
Following? Everyone following?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to follow, but I'm also going to take this opportunity to cast Cure Wounds on Twig so he doesn't die.
Sweet.
Perfect. Twig, you get that just as your speed takes you actually away, and you catch up to Brylan and Felix. You look down the street and you see a massive troll who looks to be made out of almost a transparent blue, is tearing into the Church of Moloch, and it's partially on fire. And you can see that there's bodies that have been completely, the life has been completely pulled out of them. They're just husks. Another building you don't recognize is on fire. You can see Harmonium officers trying to get people out and away, as well as trying to take control of the street corner on the Arnson Boulevard side. At that point, you get up to where they are, and you got the rest of you are about 30 feet behind now. Brylan looks down at you, puts his hand on your shoulder, Twig, and he says, under no circumstances do you go into the house.
Okay.
Find some place and hide. All of you, do not go into the house.
Oh, I can do that.
And he starts to turn and say something to Felix, and Felix cracks his knuckles, palms his fist together, and this like slight kind of lightning comes off of him, and he goes, I've got the troll, and just starts sprinting towards it. Just as you see Joke step out on to the dais, and he casts a spell, and from the wall of the church, the carved face of Moloch breaks itself out of the wall, and a living statue comes out and starts brawling with both of them. You're standing there. They catch up to you. What are you telling your cohorts?
Okay, we can't go into the house. We need to hide now.
I would like to use city secrets as part of my urchin background. So this lets me find and know secret patterns and flow to all cities, and kind of find passages through urban sprawl that other people might miss. So if I can use that.
Tell me what you're looking for.
I'm looking for some kind of small passage or dark alleyway that's going to get us out of the way, so that maybe we can look for like a sewer or something to like get down into, so that we're out of the eyes of everybody and get the hell off the street.
So as the street goes down, have you seen the part of the street? You've seen it's pretty wide, but there is a part right next to the open house where there's like almost like a sub street, where there's a series of buildings, including a restaurant. And there's actually kind of like makeshift walkways across from the buildings that are across that street. You do know that there is a sewer tunnel there.
Awesome. I think Charity will look at everybody, and she'll nod at what Twig says in agreement. We need to get the heck out of here, guys. Follow me, please. Let's just go.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay, I want you, are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just trying to get through the insanity that's going on?
No, we're just trying to get through the insanity.
I want you to make me, everybody makes a stealth check.
Oh boy, mine's at disadvantage.
Mine cancels out my advantage for stealth, so that is 23.
You're good.
Crit fail.
Oh no.
Rolled 30-20.
Yeah.
This is the best disadvantage I could roll, because I rolled a 15 and an 18. So I have.
Oh wait, disadvantage.
No, Amulet and Twig are, because
Yeah.
they are frightened.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I got a 17.
Okay. So you're all moving through, and you're able to avoid the troll statue Felix fiasco that's going on. That I would say that it looks like a superhero fight, but not a crappy Zack Snyder superhero fight. So there is no slow-mo in this dojo. So as you're moving and you skirt around that and you start to head down that, it's not really an alleyway, but that, I don't know what you call it, like a tiny access street. almost like an alley in front of a street. You move through there. As you're going, Charity, you let out a massive scream. Through one of the windows of the open house, half of a body of one of your brothers is tossed through a window, lands about 10 feet in front of you. Make me a history check. All of you can do it.
This count as one of the disadvantaged ones.
Yes, it does.
4.
10.
19.
3.
Charity, you recognize this as Gale, and he is a male shifter. Hard to tell because of how battered his form is. And he's literally been ripped in half. So you're only seeing the upper half of him.
Gross.
As that happens, you turn and a mob of undead swarm out of the front of the open house. It's almost like the door bursts from its hinges and a vomitous flow of zombies comes pedaling out from inside, and they are completely focused on you.
Hold on. I have a thing for this.
I got a thing for this. Also roll initiative.
Mm.
And you know what? We'll make it go quick tonight. We'll one initiative for the whole night if everybody's okay with that.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
This is also a disadvantage.
No, not for this one.
Okay.
Since it's going to be for the whole night.
Oh, thank God.
20.
16.
Somebody put it in chat. If somebody would be so kind. I'll be going in 9 all night, so unless otherwise stated.
I'm a 12. Oh, forgot.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Thank you guys. You see them coming.
So can I pull out my holy symbol of Torm that I got from Calorel?
You can.
Stay near me. So we've got protection from undead within 20 feet under CR5. So I assume there's a little bubble around us.
So they come at you. I mean, it's a lot. You're not even sure how many, and they just peel and form around your bubble.
Oh.
And they seem to be scratching at it, and then they kind of pull away, and they reach at it and then pull away.
I don't like this.
Me neither, but it should be good.
I'll like have to shift together, like right, left.
What do you want to do?
Did we short rest at all at the
Yes.
safe house?
Oh, we did.
Yes, you did short rest.
Okay, let me.
Is that before or after the Skaven?
After. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I want you all to make me insight checks.
Not bad. 14.
Yep.
9.
And
That's 8.
Please make your perception checks.
this is the last disadvantage roll, Twig.
It's a natural 1 for Akko. There's so much blood in my eyes.
I got 11.
I got a 5.
Charity, what'd you get?
7.
You do not really see this until it's right there. The zombies seem to part in front of you coming from the house. At that point, all you can see is a hand floating in the air. And then a spirit manifests. Make me a history check.
Whoa.
Natural 20.
Charity, what'd you 16?
Yeah.
Amulet?
2.
Charity and Twig, you recognize this person from some of the artwork in the family tree. This is a relative of yours known as quacks. Twig, you remember the name, and so does Charity, that this is your relative who was trying to hunt down Jorma.
And all we see is the hand.
See the hand, you see the ring on the hand, and you see a very, very odd looking bracelet made of chicken's feet tied around what is the stump of the wrist.
Akko, well, in just general, everything's happening. Akko's gonna manifest his echo, so it's out.
Okay.
And the zombies aren't leaving.
No.
Like they're still swarming around us.
They're kind of like a writhing horde, but butting up against Twig's field and not able to get through it.
He'll put his echo outside of the bubble and start hacking at the undead.
Is it visible?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have form and substance?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a shadowy echo.
Okay.
It's like Dark Link.
Once you start to hack, they start to turn and move towards the echo.
He'll kind of run the echo around, but he won't move it more than 30 feet from where Akko is, or it'll disappear. So he'll just kind of be leading him around in a shallow distance.
So they kind of flow. I mean, it is literally like a tide of rotting flesh. It just moves away from your barrier, Twig, and is kind of chasing the echo. You can't. Kay's mouth is open in like a scream. The face is completely drawn back, like in a forever scream. And the lips don't move, but you can hear it. And it just says, "Do not enter. Let those who stayed face their deaths." But one thing you do realize, Twig, is she is not able to penetrate your shield.
Huh. So she's undead too. This might be a problem for us.
Crap.
How far are we from the sewer gate?
You're right there. You got there.
Charity will kind of turn to Akko. Think you can get that bad boy open?
Easy. He'll just lift the sewer grate off. I can roll with like athletics or something.
Yeah. Just athletics, please.
Natural 20.
No, not you're like you pick it up like it's Captain America's shield. You could throw it.
Yeah, he like picks it up and it like flies 50 feet into the air back.
Into the
No,
horde of
don't throw
zombies.
it.
You throw it into the horde of zombies.
No.
He definitely does that.
Twig, as you're like standing there holding your holy symbol up, Skitch is beside you, and he looks over at you and he, little dog Twig, what about everyone inside the house?
I don't know what we can do. They told us to stay outside.
I feel like I know you pretty well, and you never do what you're told. I don't know the very fast talk human, but I know you other three, and you never do what told. That is why we're friends.
Technically, you're not told. Only told you.
Charity looks at Skitch. Hey, question for you, buddy. You want to live today? Yeah, good. Then jump in the shithole.
Skitch. How Skitch say? Skitch no have place or people, and this was supposed to be Skitch home. Skitch don't want to die, but I don't want to be going back to One-Eyed King and be munch food. What are we doing? I do not. I also, you three who know, make me an insight check. A regular. Charity, make me an insight check at disadvantage.
Oh, goody.
14.
12.
That one.
Oh.
You're like, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what you're feeling.
Yeah, really.
Twig, what'd you get?
12.
Amulet?
19.
Akko, you got a 14, right?
Mhm.
Akko and Twig, you realize that his speech pattern is very slow and he's very quiet compared to normal. It's almost like he's bunched his head up even further into his robe so you can see very little of him. Amulet, you can tell he's scared and you're pretty sure he peed himself. Like he's terrified.
Do we know, out of curiosity, from ambiently roaming around the house, is there like a secret sewer entrance to the house?
I don't know, is there?
Pretty cool if there was. Feels like something they'd have.
I wish you would have done that as a Matthew McConaughey voice. Be pretty cool if there
Be
was.
pretty cool if there was.
Then there is. There is definitely.
All right. We enter through secret door. No one see us coming.
He looks at you and he goes, easy, and crawls down the hole. Everyone else going down?
Yeah.
Twig, you're last. And you're holding her at bay as she's looming over you as you crawl in the hole. And for 1 second, her visage changes from that unending, horrid scream with no sound to the face you have seen in the paintings around the open house. And she just whispers the words, "Kill me."
Boy. How, and she can't get more than 20 feet.
Mm-mm.
within me.
So you're like down at the bottom of the tunnel entrance, and she's at the top looking down.
If I focus on the holy symbol of Torm, can I make it do anything?
I don't know if you've never tried it.
All right. I want to focus on that symbol to see if I can make it end her tortured existence.
How are you going to focus? Like, tell me exactly what you're trying to do. As a character who has that holy symbol,
Yeah,
but is not a follower of Torm.
so I'll say, Torm, I'm not super familiar with you, but you're.
Just got one of your sweet pieces of jewelry.
Yep, I've got the symbol, and you're keeping the undead away. I'm really hoping you can also end the unlife of this one. If you could, that'd be cool, and I'd be in your debt.
So as you guys are standing there, Twig looking up, talking out loud, his eyes closed. He opens his eyes and they're completely white. Twig, you're standing on one side of a doorway and you're looking out of the door. The door is like rickety and torn up. And the side you're on is definitely like stones. It reminds you a lot of Sigil, but not quite. The other side is, you can see, and it's intensely bright, but it looks like there's behind it kind of almost like a courtroom. Very ornate. All you see is a robed figure. You can't see within the robes. And one hand is a massive gauntlet. And on it is an eye. And the figure walks towards the cracks, the Jack Nicholson holes in the wall. He leans a little bit in and it kind of rebuffs it back. And the voice says, Twig Swiftstrike of Mystara, you have reached out to Torm. What is it that you wish?
My sibling has been tortured and is now undead. Can you put her out of her misery?
This can be accomplished. You, however, are not a believer.
Not yet.
Torm offers no succor to those who do not believe in his tenets.
What if I become a believer?
Would you be doing so out of necessity or out of true belief?
Well, I mean, right now it's necessity, but if you can do it, I would believe, that's for sure.
The gauntlet tries to reach through again and rebuffed. And the voice says, I cannot grant you this, for I am forbidden to enter the city of doors. You would need to visit me.
You said there was a door in front of me, right? Can I go through the door?
Do you want to go through the door?
Let's try it.
You're standing there watching Twig, and his birthmark lights up, and he bamfs. Holy
What
smokes.
hell?
Oh crap!
Shouldn't have thrown cover so far.
Yeah, the Echo Knight's probably gone right now.
Yeah, we need to run.
He brings it back. Just, you can do it at will. Where'd it go? Are the zombies like?
They are now trying to push their way through the hole, but they're zombies, so it's not like they go one at a time. It's more like they mash down and one gets broken up enough to fall through.
Just
What
start
about
hacking them as they fall down?
What about my bag of bones?
What about your bag of bones?
They call it unseen servants?
No, they call skeletons.
Skeletons? That's fine. Can I throw a couple?
Skeletons on zombie fights.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna throw some skeletons out.
Okay, you're gonna throw them all out?
No, I'm gonna hurry up and reach in my bag, and I'm gonna pull out 3.
Okay, you throw 3 down, 3 skeletons up here. They will hold this area for as long as they exist.
Yeah, just so we can run. We got guys. We need to go. We need to go.
So you start to run. Charity, Skitch has bamfed.
No, not Skitch. Twig.
Twig's birthmark lit up, and he bamfed away.
So we have no more protection from the undead.
Great.
So we're running now.
You're running, and you look back, and even past the skeletons, you can see that hand.
Run real fast.
Yep, running.
So I need you to make me your first. We're gonna call it a athletics check.
26.
You're good.
22.
You're good.
That's a 9.
You're falling behind.
I'll die today.
Twig, you stand in the great hall in front of it looks like a drawers area, and then a huge judge's pedestal above it. And the looming hooded figure sits there, its massive gauntlet resting on the lectern. You have come to pledge.
Yeah, looks like it.
Twig Swiftstrike, please give me your hand.
Which hand is the gauntlet in? It's the right hand?
It's the right hand.
All right, so we'll put out his right hand.
Mm-hmm. I want you to roll me a d8.
Eight.
Okay. Your hand gets really warm, almost like it's being seared slightly. You can actually smell the hair burning. You will forego your ways. No more theft.
Okay.
No. Say it.
I won't steal anything.
You will be a beacon in the dark. Say it.
I will be a beacon in the dark.
You will bring justice to those who offend.
I will bring justice to the offensive.
You will ensure the law is presented and followed.
I will ensure the law is presented and followed by others.
That includes you, Twig Swiftstrike.
Including me.
You will no longer twist your words to suit your own needs.
Oh, that's a hard one. I cannot tell a lie.
How many is that, Nate? Is that 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
You will root out corruption wherever it may reside.
I will root out corruption wherever it may reside.
You will be a voice to the voiceless.
I will be a voice for the voiceless.
And you will walk between worlds to carry my word.
I will walk between worlds. I will walk between worlds to carry the word of Torm.
You light up and you gain a level of cleric. And I'll actually let you choose paladin or cleric.
Ooh.
Does he have to decide now?
He can't use any of it until he decides.
That's true.
Let's go with paladin.
Okay. Your mace that was given to you shines extremely bright. And you look down and you've got a breastplate on to match. My light will protect you, guide you, and once per day will give you the might to dispel and destroy those who hide in the darkness and fear the light. So basically once per day, 5th level or less, you can destroy up to 5 levels of undead, banish demon, banish devil. Once per day though.
Sure.
And then you still keep the 20-foot. What was the plus on that weapon?
I didn't have a weapon. It was just it just said holy symbol.
Oh, it's just a holy symbol. It's a mace.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the rod of what the heck was that called? Mace of Disruption still a thing in 5th edition?
Mm-hmm. Boulder had it.
Yeah, it's basically a Mace of Disruption.
Okay, cool.
We'll just have to change some of those things out.
I have -1 strength. Excellent.
Yeah, it's a 2d6. It does bludgeoning and radiant damage. I'm sorry, it does 1d6 bludgeoning, 2d6 radiant.
Okay.
If the target has less than 25 hit points after taking that damage, it has to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or it's destroyed. It shines 20-foot light radius as well.
Is
And
that
then dim light for another 20 feet.
is that constant or can I turn it off on?
You can turn it off on.
Okay.
You now have +2 breastplate on, with no hindrance to your movement or stealth.
Cool.
Torm looks at you and says, "Deliver peace to those who have been stolen from the light."
I will, and I know exactly where to start.
The rickety door opens up behind you. And as you start to walk away, you hear the voice say, "And Twig, do not go back on your tenants, for my justice swings both ways."
I understand.
That was probably the weirdest turn of phrase I've used in a while, but yeah, okay. Meaning Torm likes to get down
Yeah.
with justice.
Everyone loves
for
a
sure.
good justice party.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys are running, a huge bright light appears from where you came. And the ghost of Quay turns. And you see a resplendent Twig Swiftstrike.
Shiny.
It was
That's new.
Quay K,
Something
right?
like that.
Yeah.
Quay K, be put to rest. Bring no more evil here. And I'll point my mace at her, and hopefully,
She rolls a 1 and you destroy her.
sweet.
My heart.
So all I could think of when you said that was the Mystery Science Theater out constantly bringing up the Swamp Thing TV show and saying, "Do not bring your evil here." So, all right. Anyway, you can tell that there is nothing kind of following you currently. So, what would you like to do?
What happened?
I guess I met Torm, and I'm a paladin now.
Is that how that works? Like you just talk to a deity and they like give you dope powers?
Yo, I want some.
I had to promise to be like good and stuff.
Oh.
Oh, so
Good
now,
luck with
I take
that.
it back.
so now you are too good for your friends. You're all like high and mighty. Oh, look at me, special, got clean shirt.
This only applies to you, right?
Yeah, I didn't promise you to do anything.
Tight,
good.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Tight.
Okay.
But maybe don't do it when I'm watching, I guess.
No, look, you turn
Try.
around when
You turn around.
we
Yeah,
do
we'll
stuff.
we'll just tell you like turn it around. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, it'll be interesting, that's for sure.
It'll be like earmuffs, but for your eyes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm
I must.
Eye muffs.
uh,
Eye muffs.
Skeech called that blindfold.
Blindfold works. That could work.
No, blindfold is like
It
yes
worked
thing.
very, very good. When
No, that-
kidnapping, Skeech used blindfold, sometimes garrote wire and choke people to death. Oh, should not talk about no more.
Dude, you got
Skeech-
issues.
Skeech,
Is
Skeech. Akko, no.
little intense.
Just okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
I think
you
I
realize
think
you can go towards the house or you can go back towards Arnson's Boulevard underground. What are you going to do?
I think we should see if Charity wants to blow up behind us. Blow up the stuff.
When you say that, and she starts laughing. Skitch starts jumping up and down and clapping. He's very excited.
I don't want to be followed, and they're destroying everything up there anyways, and this is to protect us.
Yeah, and it's protection. It's just self-preservation. That's all. It's smart.
Akko's also laughing. He's a hyena person.
She'll start laughing, just like, yeah, maniacally, and she's gonna just turn around and use her catapult.
Skitch looks at Twig and says, this is funny, right? I laugh. It's funny.
Muffs!
I guess.
Use your eye muffs.
But you boom the tunnel.
Yeah.
Now you can't go back up that way. You truly do only have the two directions.
I think that's fine. I think that's better for us.
You can see like arms poking out of the rubble pile, slowly trying to move, but they're stuck under so much weight. One breaks off entirely and starts to just limp arm on its hand crawl towards you.
Step on it.
Gross. So
Okay.
gross.
So what's the next what's your next step, guys? Ladies and germs.
I'm okay. I don't want to be that person, but Skitch was kind of right about how we're not great listeners. Are we sure we don't want to go to the house?
What?
Akko didn't hear nothing.
That's inspiration for both of you. Skitch looks at Twig and he goes, plus I saw there's a whole room full of nice things, and I kind of want to go through it and see.
Skitch, people are dying. This is not the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, it's not yours.
We'll do that later.
If she say it's not time.
But we could use it to do much violence.
We need to help first.
That would be helpful. Violence is helpful.
We'll look at the pile later. Help first.
Skitch always helpful.
We'll see.
It was Skitch's idea to begin with.
We are people. You help.
Duh. Skitch have nowhere else to go, and what a Spartan! Skitch never learned to read.
You want to be our
Read.
friends, you help.
Okay, so you're heading there.
I suggest it. It's the team is to decide.
Oh, hell yeah. I never listen.
Twig.
Well, somebody has to save him.
Okay, I guess we're going.
We're going.
Okay, so you're going. Akko, where does the tunnel come out at?
Tunnel comes out in the, let's see, not Great Hall. There's like,
It could come out in the storeroom. It could come out in the larder. It could come out in the room next to the barracks where you live, your dorm room. One of those three areas do you want it to come out of?
larder.
Yeah.
Akko needs snack.
Perfect. So you come out, and there you can just hear outside this door. It is mass hysteria going on.
Akko,
The larder and the kitchen. Larder attaches to the kitchen. Kitchen attaches to the dining room, which attaches to the great hall. Past there, you do know, is the storehouse, and then across those two rooms is your way up to where you stay and where Nigella's mirror stays.
Akko will have his Echo peek out the door. You can like sort of it's not limited by like walls and space. So
your Echo informs you. Do you see it, or does it have to tell you?
actually, it would have to. I don't know if it can talk to me. Actually, that doesn't work that way. Akko can. Is there a window, or is it a solid door? Like, is there
a solid door?
Then he can't do it. It's kind of like Misty Step. Like, he has to
Okay.
be able to see where he puts it.
Door is also locked
Hmm.
on the other side.
Hmm. It's
Someone's got new fancy tools.
Yeah, Twig, you have a new fancy tool. You break the gift I give you. Maybe you open door.
yeah,
I'll
open door.
try. It's not wrong if it's my house. Pretty sure that's how that works.
We're
That
trying to
sounds
help people.
Yeah, it's
When
cookies
we-
are good.
very reasonable to sketch.
When we find out.
That is. Do I get any bonuses for those thieves' tools?
You roll at advantage, and then you have a +2 as well.
So that is 21.
Yeah, easily. You pop the lock, but you don't pop your lock. And you are out into the kitchen area.
Okay. On their way out, Akko grabs that banana he's been wanting since the fruit cart.
As you do, there are two individuals, and they are repetitively stabbing someone on the floor. They're dressed in very light tarnished silver armor, and they have masks on that look like the theater smile frown faces, and they're one side is in tarnished silver and the other is in black. They've got hoods on, and they definitely are an elf of some type.
We would know if this was a sibling, right?
Yeah, these are not siblings.
Who are they stabbing?
Make me a perception check.
Oh no.
7. Banana's really good.
What'd you get, Twitch? Or Twig?
16.
16? Amulet, Charity?
10.
15.
All right. Twig and Charity, this is one of your siblings. It is a human paladin named Briar. And he is trying to fight them off, but they are two of them with 2 daggers each, and they are just stabbing the Torm out of him.
Akko.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just say Akko is going to send his echo over, and he's going to just hack away. No, actually, he's going to shove one of them off.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Briar. It's Roland. My bad.
Oh.
All right. So you make me a strength check with
21.
advantage.
Advantage.
With advantage because you're surprising them.
21.
Okay. You're able to knock one off, sprawling. The other one turns around, flips its knives upside down, and runs at you Naruto style.
I use the sling end of my hoopak to shoot a rock into his eye.
It's running at Akko or running at the Echo?
He's running at you three. He was the one that didn't get knocked down. He
Yeah.
turns and looks.
I'm going to take an opportunity attack with the Echo.
Okay. Akko, you're up. I was going to say, Akko, you're up first because we are in initiative.
All right. So the opportunity attack, it's 23.
Hits.
That's 15 magical slap damage.
Yep. Still there.
And then
That was your attack of opportunity.
mhm.
So now do your regular action.
Okay. So regular action, Akko will he'll just be like square up, fool. And that's a 24.
Yeah, it
So
hits.
that is another 13 slashing damage.
Still there, looking rough. You've cracked its mask, and underneath it's this very fair fey appearance with a very pale skin.
Okay. Akko is going to he'll move his echo so it's flanking like the one who rushed up.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's going to keep the echo on the one that's knocked down.
Okay.
So Akko will just stand his ground.
Okay.
Bring on.
Twig, you're up.
All right. I will take my wonderful mace and attack the one closest to us.
Okay.
And that is 16.
Hits.
All right. So this will be D6. So that is 2 damage.
Still there.
Is it undead or a fiend?
It is not.
Okay. Then it does not take the extra radiant.
Charity.
Are either of them, how far are they from me?
The first one's within melee, and the other one's like 15 feet away, is across the room.
All right, we're going to do Shocking Grasp on the first one.
Yep.
17.
That hits.
Awesome. And that's going to be 5 points of damage.
You reach out and touch the chest plate, and you shock it.
Lightning.
With lightning. You see like smoke rolling out of the mouth. It's got like a square mouthpiece. Smoke rolls out. The one eye you can see because the broke face paint rolls back up in its head. When you hit it with that shocking grasp, the cloak that's covering it burns away, and you see a tree on its armor. A big sprawling tree, but it's dead. It looks like a giant dead tree on its chest, and it dies horribly of being
Really
electrocuted. Amulet.
Can I get to the
You
second
can.
guy?
You can totally get to the second guy.
Okay. I'm gonna take a run at him with the shank end of my hoopak.
Do you want to use the table at all?
I critted.
I mean, you guys are critting a lot tonight. Did you want to jump off the table to do it?
Yes. It's like one hand, propel myself. I want to stab him in the eye if I can.
Then make an athletics check.
Oh, really? It's fine. I got a 16. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
It's fine. Oh, and I'm max damaged. So 18.
Damn.
You jump off, and you've got the sling into the hoopak, and in midair you twirl it, and you puncture right through it. Oh wait, you need to. No, you traded, so it doesn't matter. Did you roll to see if it was quad?
I did not, but I'm sure it's probably not. No, it's not. I'm not that lucky.
You punched through the armor, and he was still trying to get up, so you basically knock him back prone.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Um,
When I knock him back prone, did I stab through him to where maybe he's pinned to the floor, or no?
Ryan, roll me percentages.
I will.
It's your favorite dice.
Get ready for a 17 or something.
50 or above.
23.
No, you stab through it. You stab through, but he pulls it out and rolls to the side. He
That's
gets up, and he'll make his 2 attacks with 2 daggers. But he'll do it at disadvantage.
He's hurt real bad.
You're real lucky. I rolled a 17 and an 18, but I also rolled a 3 and a 5. So I missed both times. Akko, you are up.
The Echo, before Echo's up, the Echo is going to make a sentinel attack.
Yep. At advantage because it's flanking.
16.
Hits.
That is 10
Still there.
magical slashing damage.
Looking real rough.
Then so the Echo is just gonna like swing back around and like axe uppercut this fool. Yeah, it's more than last time. That's 21. And that is another 14.
You uppercut, and you literally cut right between the face mask and helm, and you realize when it pulls backwards, that you also just, the front part of its skull just splits.
Cool.
The helmet falls off, and again, you cut so clean you can see the expression of shock, of being killed by a bunch of SLKs.
Oh man, I got killed by a gnoll.
But you again, this is a fae. This is an elf of some type.
So that's everybody who was right there, right? Akko will tend to Roland, make sure Roland's okay.
He's in a bad way. He's been stabbed a lot. He's spitting up blood. He's on his back. He's bleeding out unless you have a way to heal him.
Akko can try medicine, field medicine.
Medicine will get him to 0, but it won't save him.
That's a 17.
You were able to stabilize him, but he's
lucky.
Without medical attention soon, or magical medical attention, he will die.
Charity, I've got some potions here. Do you know what they do?
I can try to take a look. I don't know. I'd heal him myself, but I'm starting to run a little bit on empty.
All right, here's one of the potions. They all look the same.
She'll uncork one and like take a smell at it. Can I? Probably a terrible idea.
Smells like 1d4 plus 4.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what they are?
You definitely can.
Awesome sauce. Let's see what we got. That is going to be a 18.
They are all healing potions. You don't know how strong, but they are all healing potions.
Awesome. She's gonna kind of like take a sniff at it and kind of like identify it, and then she'll kneel down next to him. It's like, I know this is gonna suck, my dude, but just down the hatch, and she'll give him one of the potions.
His eyes are bloodshot, like he's actually bleeding out of one eye, and he just kind of he sits up and he starts to scramble around and pick his stuff up. He's like, everyone's dying. And he picks up his great sword and he screams the name Billis and charges through the kitchen door.
How does he scream the name Billis? Is it like in honor of Billis? Is it like you motherfucker?
In anger.
Oh, vampires.
Are you following?
Yeah. Akko is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You follow him through the door, make a dex saving throw.
Can I use my danger sense? Can I see it?
You can use you can use it here. It's fine.
15.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
Needed that. 14.
You all make your save, you slide through, and a massive eye about the size of an exercise ball floating in the air, and it's just an eye, not a beholder, just an eye, fires off a beam and disintegrates him.
Disintegrates Roland?
Yep.
Should have thrown him in the pantry.
You see Billis standing there with one eye gone, just a bloody mess. You see bodies like everywhere. You still hear fighting in the building. In a voice you haven't heard before, you hear, "Oh, bother. I was worried you might show up. You're not going to ruin things for me, are you?" "Oh, you probably don't know me. Let me introduce myself." Billis's hands come up and wrench open his own mouth, and squirming and pushing his way out is a person. Billis lies on the floor, just twitching, just completely broken. This person casts prestidigitation on themselves, brushes themselves off. We're related, you know. Well, most of us are. Jorma. I've come from my brother. So you have options, young ones. You see, the dusk elves you killed in the kitchen, well, I've told them they can steal Father's cask of winters. It's in the storeroom. Your sister Keska, well, she's watching her dragon die. I would stay out of that if I were you. I've sent my underling to finish Broom and retrieve the shards of our sister's glass. I need them for a spell. You understand. And he looks at his wrist, and an image of an hourglass appears, and it's turning. And one of my other friends should be arriving soon, so I can free Pirkins of his horrible torment. So I can kill you, which just seems like a waste. You know, I was you once. Brought here, father's whim, being told all these wonderful things I could do for the multiverse. Well, this is before father had the conscience that he developed later. And, well, we decided to make him very proud. And our siblings, they were just too weak. So we cured them of life. I'm not going to give you some massive speech telling you you can stand at my side, because frankly, I'm on a timetable. But I will say, I don't really know you or dislike you enough to kill you. You've done me no harm, and you're just, well, innocent bystanders. His eye is still gone, and that massive eye is still floating behind him. So I'm going to give you a chance. You can run. I'm fine if you stop the elves from stealing the cask, because frankly, that was just because I needed the bodies to get rid of a bunch of riffraff. And he waves to a bunch of your dead siblings on the floor. As for Nigella, I do need that. I would hate for you to interfere in that. Hi, Sarah. That would vex me horribly. Broom, I can take or leave her. She's never done anything directly to me. She stands in the way. So what's it going to be, kids? At that time, a portal opens. One of the portals you knew existed. And a Rakshasa walks through. Charity, you recognize this person.
God damn it, I knew it.
They immediately take their cane, and a blade pops out of the bottom, and they scar across the portal, and the portal ruptures and fades. He walks in and he hands a book to Jorma. He looks across. He says, Miss Montmarte, we meet again. How mature you're looking.
Yeah, thanks. Last time I checked.
Jorma, this is who I told you about. And he kind of stops and he goes, the rest of you can run now. You, I would like to speak to.
Yeah, well, it's nice to watch.
She takes off from Nigella's room.
Ragesh goes, just hear me out. It's the last thing you can hear. And then you start to hear a spell being cast with the book. What are you other three doing? Twig, your mic's off.
It is. I'll start running too.
I'll run after, but I'm going to say my oath and change while I'm doing it.
Let's hear it.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Do it.
Always.
Do it.
With dragon strength at Cataclysm's hour, Solinari, Lunatari, Nuatari, hear my call, grant me your power.
You're running and you just turn into your massive lady pants form.
Oh, new friend back. Akko is going to. He'll follow everybody. He looks really mad about it, but he'll do it.
Where are you headed?
Isn't Charity going to Nigella's room?
Yeah.
Said Nigella's room, yeah. So I'm following Charity.
You cross through the dining room, and it's abattoir. You cross into the storeroom, and there's still fighting going on in here.
Who's fighting?
It looks like dusk elves and a couple of your teachers, and maybe even a couple of siblings. You're not sure because there's no light currently.
Oh,
But you walk in, and Twig's carrying his Mace of Disruption. It's like, bing! That's about the time. You know what, Twig? Roll me a D3 and tell me what you get.
That's a 2.
Okay. Amulet, make me a perception check at advantage.
Oh, I like that roll. 21.
You hear a voice in your head. And it says, oh, don't run over there. That would be a bad idea.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do not.
So it doesn't
you
sound
see
like
that-
who we just left behind.
No. Do you see that crate over there? To your no. Listen. Second from the left, middle row.
Okay.
There are some special things in there.
Don't God tell me twice.
You should break those open. You break it open, and it's a crate full of items.
Okay.
And you're all going to have to remind me, what were the items that your characters from Domains of Dread had show up in Mr. Tani's hands?
Yo.
I know it was the
Oh.
violin, right? For Charity, or for Shannon. It was the hammer for Warrior.
mhm.
Oh.
Come
Mine
on,
was
Nate.
the monocle.
Hold
Yours was the
on.
monocle.
I don't remember. I legit don't remember.
Well, we'll have to figure that out because that's important. And for some reason, I don't even have it written down right now. I'd have to
You
go.
don't either. This would be like something I would write down, but apparently I didn't.
Okay. So those
Okay.
items are there in front of you, sprawled out in front of you. The voice tells you, this is the good stuff, kid. Prime time. This is where the magic happens. The rest of you are like, why is she breaking stuff?
Doing need run.
There's stuff in here. There's just someone said there's stuff in here.
So you see the monocle, you see the massive warhammer with the faces on it, and you see the violin case.
Yeah. Akko will go. Like, oh, big. Pick up the hammer.
I mean, I feel like if we should just pick up everything no matter what and keep going.
That's what you want to do?
Hey,
All right. So you do that. You turn to run. And I need you all to make me that would be a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Good.
14.
Good.
15.
Good.
5.
15?
You roll an advantage with this because of your paladin status and your Mace of Disruption. I'm gonna let you roll.
17.
You're good.
Hey.
You turn around and clad in old, beat up, ancient armor, wearing a black and red kind of, no, it's like a cape, but it comes all the way up around the chin area. Glowing yellow eyes inset into the helmet. His skeletal hand reaches out and says, "Die." You all survive.
You die.
Skitch does not.
Oh.
Oh no! No!
It's kind of grown attached to that little dweeb.
The Death Knight pulls out its sword, and Akko, you're first.
Akko like sees Skitch fall, like just absolutely loses his shit. He throws his shield like just away, and he grabs the maul with both hands, and he just charges. He puts his Akko on the other side, so he's flanking this crap, and he just wails on it.
Yep.
That is 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Is this undead?
Yeah, it's very undead.
That was amazing. I rolled 2d6s and I bounced them and they landed on top of each other in a tower. All right, that is.
I feel like that should mean you get to add them together.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. That's pretty sweet.
Sure. Okay. I got 3 more to roll. 6. 25 damage. That's sorry, I gotta remember what the first roll. It's 12 and 13. So 13 radiant, 12 magical bludgeoning.
Yep.
And then he will move his he'll move his Akko back a little bit. There's other people still fighting, right? Are they sort of in a corner of the room, or is it sort of spread out?
So this is like a warehouse. So there's like stuff everywhere.
Okay.
And it kind of seems like it's just these tiny little engagements going on.
He will no, you know what? He's really pissed off. He's just gonna stay. He's gonna stay there with it flanked and just growl at it.
Okay. Awesome. Twig, you're up.
All right. I will run at him with my Mace of Disruption. Torm, guide my hand. Yeah, it didn't work. The Lady of Pain must have heard. That's a 5.
You swing and it just pushes your hands when you swing the mace. So you just kind of stumble forward and miss. Amulet. Oh, excuse me, Charity. Sorry.
Charity's starting to run on empty here. Hang on. I guess we'll try catapult and see what happens. That's. Oh, you have to make a dexterity save, don't you?
I didn't.
Okay.
I only rolled a 9.
Okay. Then yeah, you're holy crap. 23.
Hey!
Yeah.
Nice.
You blast with your cannon.
Yeah.
It's definitely still there. Just
Oh, yeah.
Amulet, you're up.
Okay. I got a little distracted trying to find my thing. Is he within melee range of me?
You can get there and you would be flanking. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm real big and I'm raging and I'm unhappy. And if I'm flanking, that means I get advantage and I'm going to hit his behind. I'm going to tell him I don't like him too. I don't
Okay.
like you.
I don't like you.
I don't like you. I got a 15.
15 does not hit.
Oh, I'm trying to decide if I want to use my. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Do it to it.
Rolled the 19 that time plus 5. 24.
That hits by 4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was an okay damage roll though. That was only 7, 8.
Yep.
I tell him I don't like his face.
He doesn't really care. He's going to attack Amulet, Twig, and Akko each. Here we go. 24 on Twig,
Yeah, that hits.
29 on Akko,
Jeez.
24 on Amulet.
Yeah.
This is gonna be rough. Twig. Takes 19 points of damage. Necrotic.
Oof.
Amulet takes 17 points of necrotic damage. Necrotic slashing.
Ooh, then I could take half. Is it all? Well, how much is slashing? How much is necrotic?
Because
I get to resist some slashing.
7 slashing, and the rest is necrotic. Akko, 21 points of necrotic slashing damage.
Me?
Yep.
I am down.
Oh.
Charity, roll one of your favorite 20-sided dice for me, please. 10 or above.
10.
Akko gets just cut right through, and it looks down and it starts to open its hand up. And how far down are you, Akko?
That was like 2 over.
Okay. You guys can literally see his soul being pulled out of his body. And that is when the wall/ceiling is destroyed and Luminous lowers in as a ball of light. And the Death Knight is blasted across the room. It reaches down and touches Akko. Akko, you're to half your hit points.
Ooh.
And the rest of you take an additional 6 back. And Luminous looks down what you think is his face, and it says, "I will take care of this." And it floats across the room. It's hard to look at him because he's not a person. What do you want to do?
I want to rip that button that jerk face cat boy put on my uniform off.
Won't come off.
Then I take the damn jacket off and I chuck it and leave it behind me.
Well, he'll fall, but he'll pick up Skitch. Or did Skitch come back to life?
No.
I'll pick up Skitch.
Yeah.
Take him with him.
Twig, Amulet.
I mean, I'm going with the group. Wherever they think we need to go, we'll go.
Twig, what are you doing?
How does the rest of the room look?
It's an ongoing skirmish.
You go. Stop. Get pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta go up to the mirror.
Okay. You all start to go. Charity, you get this weird kind of tugging feeling and you turn around and the coat rises up and Ragish is standing there. They stop and say, before you do that, just hear me out. You're special, Charity Montmarte. You're special because you didn't choose the ring. You're not allowing yourself to be manipulated by Tawny or even by Anon, who may or may not still be alive. I'm not really sure. I'm giving you an opportunity. You have something I want, and I definitely have something you want. Deal?
What is it you want?
I want your birthmark.
Oh.
And Anon told me before I used a madness potion and turned all the students crazy and tricked him into being in a room with him. About that. But I know you can walk between worlds. I want that. And I know what you want. You want unfettered might and a trip home. I can give you that. You've already seen I can do that. And while I'm helping those two out, because it serves my purpose, don't get me wrong, I'm not doing things for free. We've had this discussion before. I think they underestimate your strategic value and your potential power. I do not. I'm not here to be a pseudo father figure or a brother or an uncle. I'm here to be a mentor, an ally. You'll do your thing, I'll do mine, but we'll be able to call on one another to get what we want. Because this, and you can see like there's, for a moment, it's almost like the sound comes back on and you hear screaming and you hear explosions. You hear the pained roar of a dragon as it's being choked. This is not what you want. This isn't your fight. These aren't your people. You have people. You said it yourself. You have people and responsibilities at home. And I'm willing to get you there. Hell, I'm willing to help you do what you need to do. And then your buddy Ragish takes a powder until you call him again. Because I know you're 11 years old, Charity. At 16, how powerful will you be? At 20, at 25. And if I can find another way to get another birthmark, hell, I'll give you yours back. I just want to be able to walk with no magical consequence.
So here's my thing. Hear me out for just a minute, okay? Because I listened to you. So now it's your turn to listen to good old Charity talk. And I'm real good at talking.
He's just holding out your jacket kind of like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
With his
Ask a
backward,
question real quick.
You're not there, but yes.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if we were all gone or if they were like within earshot.
No, this like happens between moments as you guys are running.
So here's the funny thing. You're right. I do want to be stronger. And I want to be stronger for a really specific reason. But it's not about being the mightiest. And it's not necessarily about being the strongest, even though I know I told you I wanted strength, and that's true. But here's the thing. I'm smart. I'm real smart. Like, top of my class almost chose me to be the archmage of my entire goddamn world smart. They didn't. They chose my best friend. And that's cool. It's fine. I love Leona. I love her with everything that I am. But it doesn't take away the fact that I'm smart. And honestly, I think you, and she reaches into her pocket and pulls out the ring. are underestimating my strategic ability and my powers.
I do not at all. That's why we're having this conversation.
Oh no.
That's why I didn't let Jorma just disintegrate you. What I'm saying is, I just want to make sure you get what you want, because I have a feeling, and thus far in our working together, when you get what you want, I've gotten what I wanted. That's what I am. How I operate. Your father, he, whatever reason, decided he doesn't want to operate that way anymore. I am a Rakshasa. I make deals. I want to be that thing behind the throne, but I don't need to be behind your throne. I just want to make sure you are behind your throne. People who sit on the throne have a target on their head. You're too smart for that. People who wear that ring, and he gestures around the room, he goes, they get a target on their head too. And that target got bigger once your father figure decided to run back to Avernus. And I don't know if he's going to survive that. I'm offering you a pretty good deal. And I don't offer deals like this to everyone, just like I didn't offer the deal like I offered to you and the parish to everyone. I'm doing that because I know how smart you are, and I know how driven you are. And people as smart and as driven as you are, they don't show up very often. Add in the fact that your potential arcane might is off the charts. Why would I not want to side with you? I'm a fool not to.
I mean, you're right. You'd be a fool not to. I have so much potential. I know it. Atticus has told me like 100 times, and Thaddeus has told me. But there's something that you're not thinking about, honestly. And I'm really, really sorry to tell you this.
He looks really puzzled when you say it. Like, what?
So, do you know why they didn't make me the ruler of my entire planet? Did you know? Did I tell you that story? Did you dig around in here long enough to find out? I don't think you did. You want to know why? I'll tell you. It's a big secret, and I'll let you in on the big secret. I'm reckless.
Puts the ring on.
He drops the jacket. He puts his head down. And he says, well, I'm really sorry about that. I guess I'll just have to make sure Jorma hits your world first.
Yeah, sorry about your face.
Bam send a shadow. All right. So that takes just like a couple seconds as you guys are sprinting up your dormitory room. The door is completely ripped asunder. Miss Broom is sprawled on the floor and her arm has been cut off.
She alive?
She is. She's got a massive metal rolling pin, and there are quite a few dead dusk elves around her.
Is there any other enemies in here?
No. She looks up at you and she says, hello, children. I appear to be not in the best shape. I've made an error. Why? She keeps looking at where her arm used to be, and she's pretty beat up. Did you find Lady Morma? Or Quacks and Vit? What about, well, what about and like the light behind her eyes starts to dim.
Oh crap! We gotta.
You do know
see if
she's a warforged, so
Yeah. Well, we just gotta keep going. We'll come back.
So you leave her, you come running out of the hallway towards Nigella's room, and you hear a massive explosion, and the wall blows open, and Fell goes flying through, and Mr. Professor Jiggly skitters after him. The next moment, you see Dresk's red dragon head get smashed through the wall behind them, and a hand is wrapped around his full-size throat, and the other hand comes down and continues to bludgeon him. His teeth are breaking. One of his eyes is completely swollen shut as this hand continues to just pound down across. He keeps trying to open his mouth, but the hand now has moved up and is holding the snout shut. And he catches your eye. And it is a panicked look of, I'm about to die.
Akko, can Akko reach the hand?
Yeah, you can get there.
Akko's gonna.
What do the rest of you want to do? Do you want to stay there and see it, or you want to try to get to Nigella's room?
You go, is Kresh. Be safe.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
You run down the hallway. The door is open. Inside, there's a Goliath. His skin is covered in scars. One of his eyes has been completely whited from getting cut across. Make me a history check.
$21.
Nat 20.
So this is my favorite die. That's a natural 20.
Oh, we get double nat 20.
You two realize this is one of the crossed out names in the family tree. Twig, you know this is Kyokus Kinkiller. He killed one of his siblings as well later.
So as I'm running in the room, can I pull out my rapier and stab him?
Yeah. You'll go first. Actually, you won't go first. Twig goes first. Akko, also make your attack on this massive hand.
Wait. That is 20.
You hit it and it doesn't do anything. You don't know if you've ever hit anything this hard before, and it doesn't do a damn thing. You look up and you get a full look at this thing. It is massive. It barely fits in the room. It's as big as Dresk is as a dragon, maybe a little bigger. It's made out of patches of stone and brass. There is no neck. Instead, you have a head with 3 faces floating a few feet above the neckline, and the faces keep turning and looking at you. They're all very angular and harsh, but they're genderless. This is nothing you've seen before.
Akko's going to so he just it was just ping, nothing, just no purchase.
You hit it and it did nothing.
Akko can he see through the door where everyone else is, or?
No, that's down a different way.
How? So it's this giant thing. How big is it? Ish.
It's pressed against the ceiling. It's massive.
Akko
Also, I want you to make me a charisma saving throw with advantage.
That's 18.
There is this overwhelming aura of primal fear that hits you. Like, I shouldn't even be looking at this thing, let alone hitting it. And then you're just pure competitive alpha spirit kicks in and is like, oh no, I'm going to take this thing's eyes. All 6 of them. So while you figure out what you want to do, Twig, you're up. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So I swear it's not a weighted die. I rolled another 20.
Woo!
So do I have surprise on the Goliath?
You do.
Okay, so that means I can sneak attack. Let's see. So that is 2d6. So your crits max and then roll again.
Max and then roll.
That includes sneak attack.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. That's 12. That's 25 before rolling. They're 10 from the rolled sneak attacks. That's 35. And another 10 for the rapier damage. That's 45 damage.
You come in, he's got no weapon. His hands are like massive claws. He turns and looks, and you go right through his throat. And he stops, and you see black blood gurgling out of his mouth. His eyes roll back into his head, and then you don't so much hear it as you feel it. A chest rattling laugh. And he grabs the blade and he starts to pull it up into his neck while he's pulling you closer. Charity, you're up.
Oh boy.
The name of the episode. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh geez. Oh no. This is serious business. Sorry, matron's creeping out.
Yeah.
Can I see Nigella's mirror?
You can. She's in the mirror and she's like backed all the way into the corner by where her bed is, and you can see huge fingernail scratches across the glass. Like he's been in here for a little bit, just being terrifying.
Can I make a check to see what will happen if I break the glass so they can't get to her?
Yeah. Make me an Arcana.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm like, please God, please say something I'm good at.
Amulet, get ready to do what you're gonna do.
I know what I'm doing.
You can
That's
even
a
roll.
19.
You're not sure because this is a maze and you don't know enough about it. You haven't had a chance to actually research something like this. You're guessing if you do that, it shuts that avenue completely. And you don't know if she has another avenue at all to communicate. It would be like being stuck in a room of nothing. Also, you know they want the glass.
If I break a section of the glass, but not the whole thing, will that leave her avenue open but prevent them from getting through?
You don't know.
She can hear us, right?
Yeah, she thinks she's gonna die.
Charity,
Because she can't cast spells to defend herself. She's stuck.
yeah. Charity is 100% going to look at her and just shout out, "Should I break it?"
She stops and she goes, "No."
What
about a little bit?
No.
Like
Far more
please?
feminine than how I do it. Yeah, she's like, no. Rather than no.
No.
All right, well, you figure out what you want to do, Amulet. What are you doing?
Okay, so I determined what I was going to do before I roll the dice, and I really want to try to lop off one of his hands that's pulling on the sword.
Okay.
And I swear I'm not lying, but
I trust you.
I rolled a 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Everybody's coming up Nate tonight.
Hey.
Oh, that's a decent roll too. So that's 28 damage. I'm seriously trying to take one of his hands off.
Well, he's bringing Twig in. You go up and you go through to cut one of his hands off. You take his arm, both of his arms, you break the rapier, and you go right into his head.
Oh, no, I'm using my great axe because I'm raging. So, like, remember when I changed, my weapon changes into a great axe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
The great axe
sorry.
chops through both of his arms,
Okay.
breaks the rapier in his neck, and then hits him here. He starts to fall forward, and the axe goes the rest of the way through his head. Twig, your rapier got broke.
I'm sorry. Really sorry.
When his hand hits the ground, his ring falls off and circles and falls flat. Akko.
Akko.
Yeah.
Can Akko figure out? Is there a way for Akko to figure out where the weak part is? Otherwise, he's just gonna go smash his eyes out.
You because this is something you've never dealt with before, you can't. So as you do that, and it rotates over, and when it moves, it sounds like rocks on rocks, like just that grating sound. And it loosens its grip on Dresk's head, and it turns to look at you. And Fell comes charging out and jumps on its arm. Professor Jiggly, cast a fireball. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
Nice.
What is happening?
This is crazy.
The massive primordial moves backwards, looks down, opens its hands, starts to say things in a language you do not understand, and attempts to flatten you with its turn. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
You roll just out of the way. It punches a hole all the way into the sewers below. It turns to look at you again. It moves very deliberately and slow. Dresk has now pulled its broken self into the hallway and is starting to shrink down into a dragonborn. He is messed up. At that point, you hear a voice. This thing, you're holding your hand. You're like, all right, fucker, let's do this. It looks down at you, and you hear Jorma's voice as he floats into the room. He says, Oakstock, time to go. The lady is on her way. I don't think you want to be here when she arrives. It looks at you, almost does like one of these, like it's still going to come for you, and you do it back, and it just slowly turns. The portal, it's the dining hall the storehouse opens. This thing shrinks down to about ogre size and walks through. You see what you believe to be Christoph Perkins walks through it. The Rakshasa you saw earlier. And then Jorma stands there and he says, since this is the last portal, I can't have you following. Surely you understand. Is the Dragonborn dead? Or is the dragon dead?
Yep.
Fel is getting up. Did she get to see it die? You look over and Keska is in a hold spell. She's been standing there the whole time, unable to move.
No, it's
I never liked you, Keska, but at least you got to see it die before you died. And he drops a container on the floor, steps backwards. Through the portal, all of you make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
Well, shit.
Well, poopy butts.
See, you know how I got all those natural 20s?
You did get a lot of natural 20s. I believe you have an inspiration.
I don't unless you're giving me one.
You can
I'm
use
gonna-
mine.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm not giving you one. I've given you all kinds of stuff, Nate.
You
Not
sure
here to-
have.
I'm just not here to give and give and give.
All right, you said Dex, right?
Yes, please.
That's a 15.
Okay. What everybody else get?
14.
18.
19.
Charity, roll me 2d20, please, on that awesome d20 box you have.
A 7 and a 1.
Hey.
Amulet, you take 8 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
The room explodes.
So bludgeoning ish.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Bludgeoning-ish.
How about bludgeoning and fire?
Well, you have to
So
decide. I'm
you take all
raging,
eight.
so still.
Yeah, you take all 8.
Oh. Well, not if it's bludgeoning.
Flaming bludgeoning damage.
I'm cutting you slack here.
It's okay. Actually, when what's her face came back, I was back to full health.
You look over. Fel is bulked up, like holding stuff on his back in a corner, and you see Keska crawl out from underneath him, and then he collapses.
I
Professor
lift-
gently goes over and is rubbing up against him because he's a cat. He says, he squats down, looks at you, goes, "Boy, this was a whole bunch of shit."
Is he trapped under stuff?
Tell
Yeah,
Akko.
he's
about
under
it.
rocks.
Can we lift it up?
Probably not.
Pretty strong.
Akko will try.
I want to help.
We're
Yeah.
still in the room with
Yeah.
Oh,
Mirror.
whatever happened. No.
Also, you have Miss Broom is still needs assistance. You don't know where Lady Morma is, Quacks or Vit. And that's where we're going to stop.
No.
Oh, you know what? No, we're not. Real quick, we're not.
No.
Because
No.
you hear a ringing of the doorbell. And it doesn't make its normal ding dong about bells. It just makes one miserable clang. You look up. Keska is like in the fetal position. She's messed up mentally. And a flood of Dabus float in and they just start fixing stuff. And behind them floats in the lady. She looks around. She walks over to where the portal was. She runs her finger across the ground. It sounds like metal scraping across stone. She turns, she looks at the 4 of you standing there, and she says, she speaks. It seems we all have a problem. And that's where we'll end.
Ah!
Oh, I figured that was coming.
Didn't do it.
Oof.
For once, we didn't do it.
Yeah, we really didn't.
So sorry we ran a little late, but I'd
No, it was
forgotten I
great.
wanted to get that in.
9 minutes.
That's great.
Everyone want to go around the table? Yeah. Everyone want to go around the table. Let people know where they can find you. Let them know if you've got anything coming up. Let them know what your favorite cold weather food is. I don't care. Just do your thing.
All right. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Cubicle Zombie. And then you can also find Warrior and myself at DNDDT Podcast, where you can listen to the adventures of the Tasty Boys.
Tasty Boys.
And that'll come to you every Tasty Tuesday, and then every other Wednesday you can see us recording live on this very channel.
You can find me on pretty much all the social media platforms under Smarky Batch with an E, not an I, but I'm most active on TikTok. That's where you can find me, and make sure you come follow me, support, and stick around for information on the Rainbow Gaming Collective, which is something I'm launching this month. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Hooray!
Yay!
I'm super excited to hear about that.
It's gonna be great. I'm Cassandra. You can find me here every 2 weeks and nowhere else.
Well, if you've got coffee, she might show up.
I mean, coffee and a donut, and I'll show up. Yeah.
It's a weird summoning spell.
Those are the components.
It's amazing, though. Let me tell you.
I don't make the magical rules, Nate. I just follow them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Warrior. You can find me at WarriorMN on the socials. You can find me at dnddt.com for D&Ds and DN observations, where we run down the stats of what happened in these episodes. You can also catch me every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/heel turn radio for Dive Club, where we play Jackbox with folks. It's fun. We have a good time. I'm there. That's something. Clark Feldman's there. That's even better. Beard's there. That's also cool. And
good group of guys.
Various other folks. So you can come hang out. You can play some Jackbox games with us. It's a good time. Do it. Or else.
I'm your King Ginger. You can find me on the heel turn stuff, the DDT stuff. We watched it this weekend, but I think we're calling it just like Saturday Showcase. We played Fire Pro promoter mode. That was ridiculous and terrible. Sounds like that's going to happen once a month now. There's a couple things. Star Wars is going to happen. I swear to you, I think we solidified the date today. Also, there's another thing I can't quite talk about yet, but will probably be coming in March. It'll be a good place for people who are interested in possibly even playing with folks like this. So yeah, lots of stuff happening. Once again, I always want to say thank you to the Beard. And of course to how about Dougie Little, my Squatch dog for life. No Wilhelm scream, Doug. Come on, man. Thank you. Also still doing that. Still planning on doing that DS9 Clone Wars thing. Just we haven't figured out a time to do it. I think we changed the name though to.
Got to set it up yet. It's still not.
A bad feeling about boldly going. I think that's what we're going to call it.
Nice.
So sorry we went a little late. Sorry it was a little more intense than usual. I decided that the gang needed a Empire Strikes Back moment to make sure that the stakes were real. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.